Today we're going to be showing you how to imp tail feathers on a Cooper's hawk. Here you're going to see all the necessary equipment to do this. One of the most important is the carbon fiber rod that you just saw bend in front of the screen. The next most important thing is the tail feathers. These tail feathers are not attached to a bird, but in just a few minutes they will be. And this is our patient. And he's definitely wondering how he ended up in this situation. Unfortunately, Cooper's hawks are pretty spastic little fellas, and he found himself stuck in a chicken coop. He was not welcome there and broke all of his tail feathers trying to get out. This is what the new tail feathers will look like once we get them all set into place. Now it's time to get started. First, we look at all the tail feathers and decide where we need to mark them. It's very important to always use the same species tail feathers whenever you're replacing the old ones. This is the last step for this little fella before he gets to go back out to the wild. But the tail feathers are super important as it helps them to fly adequately to catch their prey. Here you'll see we're marking those tail feathers to make sure that they are in the same exact location and will be the same length as they were before. After we mark the tail feathers, then we get to cutting. You'll see that we're cutting those marked areas now, and the next step will be to use the carbon fiber rods. Time for some more cutting. Let's cut these carbon fiber rods to the exact length that they need to be for imping these feathers together. Next, we add in the surgical glue, and we then put the carbon fiber rods into the feather shaft and put the two shafts together using those rods to make them very stable for the bird to, once again, fly free. We add a little bit more glue on top of the connection where the shafts go together, and on top of that some baby powder will go to make sure that no super glue gets on any of the actual feather itself and stays exactly where it needs to. Here's a full shot of what that looks like after we get all done, and that is the first feather of 12. Alright, we're going to skip forward to show you guys what it looks like whenever we get completely finished. That's all 12 tail feathers in place. They all have been imped and they all are ready to go. And we're so excited that it looks so nice. It turned out great and we're very happy with the results. Now we put a tail guard on to make sure that they don't mess up any of those feathers before they're released in just a few days. This will come off before we release them to the wild. We're super excited to have this fella back out and free.